Hi, I'm Katie and welcome to episode 22 of mydenmarktv.com. This week we're going to be getting some yummy Danish treats. We're also going to pop down to Christiania, and Johan is going to talk to some foreigners about how they're getting on working in Denmark. But first, did you know if you have a Danish or Swedish mobile number, Copenhagen Airport offers a free service whereby they'll send you a text message if your plane arriving or departing is running late. It's real easy, just visit the website, sign up, and they'll send you a text if there's any problems with your flight. Listen, I'm going to have to call you back, I have a show to do. Anyway, as you've pretty much guessed, mobile phones have become such a huge part of our lives. But it's one of the first questions new arrivals to the country ask. What mobile phone operator should I sign up with? Is one better than the other? Well, we're going to find out. Phone operator 3 has many different packages available, and one of the most interesting for foreigners might be their 3 Global pack, which for 69 kroner a month lets you call more than 100 countries worldwide at a pretty cheap rate. If you already have an iPhone, you might be interested in joining up to their MI 3G package, which you can sign up for about 400 kroner a month. If on the other hand you rarely use your mobile, then maybe Telenor is for you. They have a package called Tele XS, which doesn't charge any subscription fees. All you have to do is pay for calls and texts as you use them. Meanwhile, Telia's prepaid talktime packages don't require any subscriptions or bills either, and through their ringo.dk website you can buy all sorts of packages, ranging from text message bundles to talktime. If you have lots of friends and family signed up to just one operator, it's worth contacting them to see if they do any deals. For example, I signed up with Telmore.dk because a lot of my friends are signed up to them, and for a small fee I can have unlimited calls to all other Telmore customers. I also have a friend who signed up to them because they can limit the amount of calls and texts that your kid can send from their phone, so that might be an option for some parents. You may have noticed that we've started rocking up warm of late, and one key ingredient of Danish food when it comes to the colder days is brændte-mandler, or roasted almonds. They taste delicious. Now, usually they're a Christmas type food, but if you're lucky, once the cold weather hits, you'll find the sellers out on the streets with their carts like this one already selling these delicious treats. So, can you tell us how they're made?
Yes, sugar, white sugar, and almonds, and water, aqua, and then I put it all in this one, and then it cooks, and when there's no more water I start to, and then at the end they kind of look like that, and then people can come and taste there.
May I try
normally
one?
They love them, and then they buy a bag. And,
Could I try one?
Yes, of course.
Oh, thank you. Delicious, and even better when they're still a bit warm. Although, if you're diabetic, thank you very much. If you are diabetic though, you might want to be wary of the high sugar content. And usually, a bag like this is only about 20 kroner, so a great snack for the day. Now I've got my snack for the day. All I have to do is remember to keep some for Luan when she gets back from her interview. She went out earlier today to meet some more people to find out about the Danish working environment. I'll try to save some for her.
Are you thinking about coming to Denmark to work? Or do you want to know more about Danish working environment? Or you are worried about the language barrier because you don't speak Danish? Don't worry, this is why I'm here today at Equinor. Equinor is a Copenhagen-based company that provides financial services, primarily in the fields of wealth management and private equity. It has 17 employees in total, and 10 of them are foreigners. So today I'm here with the Managing Director, Daniel Reece, to tell you more about the working environment here in Denmark. So Daniel, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from a small town in the UK called Mansfield, which not many people know where it is, but it's right in the centre, next to Nottingham in the Midlands.
Why did you choose to come to Denmark to work?
Well, same reason as lots of people who live in Denmark. I was brought here by the charms of a Danish woman, so we met 13 years ago, and this is the second time round for living in Denmark, and now we've got a little family, so that's why we're here.
Can you tell me a bit more about working environment here?
Yeah, well, the working environment it's a bit more formal than what I'd compare it to, which is obviously the working environment in the UK, and it's all geared towards getting things done as quickly as possible. So you know, there's maybe not as much of a social element as I was certainly used to with the work that I was doing previously in the UK. But it is all very structured. It all works very well, and you know, now I'm a guy with a small family. It's actually very good that everybody tries to get work done as quickly as possible, and then get out of the office and go home and see their families, which certainly isn't the case in the UK in my experience.
What do you find most challenging in your job?
Well, I mean, in a normal situation, I think the most challenging thing would definitely be the language, because it is, you know, learning Danish as a foreigner is really difficult. Particularly, I'll take the liberty of saying if you're from a sort of Anglo-Saxon background, because there's so many letters in the Danish language that I just can't pronounce, or at least still struggle quite a lot with. So that's one thing, and then the other is the cultural differences. You know, I've lived in Denmark 2 times now. The first time when I came, I was in my early 20s, and the things that I like about Denmark now, that it's sort of quiet and well organised. You know, people aren't very ostentatious. People don't go out a lot during the week and things like that. But the things that I didn't like back then, which unfortunately just probably shows that I'm getting old.
How about social activities? Do you hang out with your colleagues after work?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the nice things about particularly working at Equinor, is that because we've got so many foreigners working here, then everybody does get to know each other very well. Everybody's in the same boat. You know, they've come to Denmark invariably to be with a partner and don't have a big social network. So work in a lot of cases sort of becomes that social network, which, as I was saying, is in contrast to a lot of places where you'd work in Denmark, where sort of work and social life is much more split up.
All right, thank you very much. I think that's all the questions.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. So here you have it. Equinor is a good example of Danish company with many international employees. So it is definitely possible to find a good workplace here in Denmark. Now, let's see what Katie is up to. I hear she's in Christiania.
There's so much history and fun stuff to do in the exciting and historic Free State of Christiania that we couldn't fit it all in one episode. We thought we'd give you a taster today. It was originally founded in the 1970s as a collective social experiment and brought us many things that we know and love today, like the Christiania bikes. It's also a great place to go out at night. You can go to the music venue Loppen, which has some of the most fantastic alternative music around. Everything from punk to reggae, even to death metal. Although you probably won't see Britney Spears playing here anytime soon. The concerts usually cost no more than 140 kroner, or about 20 euro, so it's reasonably inexpensive and great fun. That's it for this week, but join us again next week when we'll be taking another look at the Danish stock market. Until then, please get in touch with us through our website, mydenmarktv.com, where you can leave us a comment. Get in touch with other viewers, for example. Are there any mobile phone operators you prefer, or someone you'd recommend to another person coming to Denmark? If so, get in touch. You can also subscribe to the show, or even share your favourite episodes with friends and family. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye-bye. If you have lots of friends or family using just one This is what you do if you eat too many brændte-mandler, you forget your lines.